Hello my friends, William Poloniak here at Whole Health Foundation. Today I picked all this produce from my garden, red Swiss chard, about 4 nice big beets, and some other ingredients. Let's take a look at my other ingredients. The only thing that didn't come from my garden is the carrots. I buy carrots in 25-pound bags. They're called juicing carrots or horse carrots. Mostly picked for animal feed, but excellent for juicing. So here I have my beets, my Swiss chard, some wild dandelion, and some garlic. So let's make some juice. The first thing I'm going to do is install my 6-blade near zero blowback cutter. This cutter almost 100% eliminates blowback, but in addition to the front-loading feed tube, we have nearly 100% elimination of blowback. So let's put the cutter on. And I'm going to plug in my thermometer and start by feeding in 3 ice cubes to cool down the cutter. Now I'm going to start by feeding in my red Swiss chard. Now I want to point out, because the near zero blowback cutter has over 110 sharp teeth and does such a good job, you're going to be tempted to put in more produce than you should. Don't do that. Put in less produce. Less produce going through the cutter and the feed tube is more effective. Now I can tell my motor's working hard, so I'm going to clean the grid before I do the last of my red Swiss chard. Hi there.
Hi.
You're welcome to watch if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Here's the last of my red Swiss chard. The next thing I'm going to do is add some turmeric. Next, my beets, and they were so large I had to cut them in half. See a little dirt there, I'll cut that out. Next, for the tops, more beet tops, but I'm going to break these in half. Now, as I said, beets are very fibrous, so I'm going to check my cutter and see if it's chopped up enough of that fiber. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of fiber on here. So I'll pull that off. And then we'll reassemble and continue with our juicing. I'm going to do my dandelion. More ice cubes, and then we'll start with carrots. Now when you have small carrots like this bag, you can put several together. After cleaning the feed tube and the juicer, I mix the produce, rotating the bowl in both directions. You want the carrot pulp to be mixed thoroughly with the greens pulp, because greens by itself will stick to the cloth. But with carrots, greens will not stick if it's mixed with carrots. So we'll do this very, very carefully. rotating the bowl in both directions. Now we'll begin making juice by putting 3 scoops of pulp into the cloths, approximately a cup to a cup and a half, and fold the cloths over in thirds just like they came packaged. And I'm going to press 2 cloths at one time. A little bit later on, I'm going to show you how my 6-cloth less work method can make 10% more juice than any other juicer on the planet. 2 cloths in the tray, centered left to right, centered front to back, all the way back, back it off. The reason I back it off is I don't want this to go up too fast. There is a tendency for cloths to slip apart, and I don't want that to happen. And we'll continue, turn this on, continue folding cloths. And 2 more cloths in the juice tray, centered left to right, centered front to back, adjust if need be, all the way back, back it off a little bit. Now you'll notice some puddling here. I'm going to show you 2 different methods with the 6-cloth less work method. Now you'll notice some juice puddling here, so what I'm going to do with the first cloth, and maybe the second, is take the dry pulp out, crush it up, put it in the puddle, so that it absorbs all that juice, because we don't want it to be puddling in the juice tray. 3 more scoops. Advance that all the way. Set that aside. Now again, because we have puddling in here, I'm going to take the pulp, the dried pulp, crush it up, put it in the puddle to absorb all that juice. And continue with 3 more scoops. Now watch my folding technique. I make a crease back here, and with my fingers I pull this under. This goes forward, that goes over, the spent cloths go on top. Again, centered left to right, centered front to back, all the way back, back it up. Because I've got puddling here, I'm going to very carefully hold this with my thumb and pour this carefully into my collection bowl. And I've mentioned this in other videos. The first time I did this, I was not careful, and I got it all over the floor and my countertop. Now this is full, so I'm going to back that off. So let's put this into some bottles, and then we'll continue. I'm pouring this from the back side so the camera gets a good angle. And you'll notice I'm leaving about 10% for water, because I like to dilute my juices. And I use distilled water, but you can use filtered water or even bottled water. Now the second 6-cloth less work method is to not throw away the pulp or put it in the bowl, but put 2 scoops on top of the already spent pulp. And once again, when you get on your last cloth, especially after your first scoop, advance this all the way. 2 scoops on top of the spent pulp. Remember, you're not going to throw away your pulp until the very, very end of the process, and that's partly because I'm going to show you how the Whole Health Foundation Premium Model Juicer can make over 10% more juice than any other juicer on the planet, no matter what the marketing people tell you. And as you'll see in my videos, I can prove what I'm saying. All the way back, back it off. And remind you again, I'm leaving 10% for filtered or distilled water, because I find the juice to be too sweet, especially if you're diabetic. So let's make more juice. So the tray goes forward, make sure it's on there securely. 2 more cloths full of pulp. Well, I'm so glad I put only 1 scoop. It's almost too difficult to get in there. Centered left to right, this is very important. Centered front to back, all the way back, back it off a little bit, turn it on. And now we're putting only 1 scoop on top of the old pulp. In fact, instead of 1 heaping scoop, we'll just put 1 medium scoop. Now what I'm going to do with the spent cloth is I'm going to form it into a tight package and press it again to demonstrate how the Whole Health Foundation Premium Model Juicer can make over 10% more juice. Now watch my folding technique. I'm going to fold this under 2 or 3 or 4 times, as many times as I can, and this is going to minimize slippage. You don't want your cloths to slip apart under that tremendous pressure. Flatten it. 2 more cloths into the press. Again, centered left to right, centered front to back, all the way back, back it off. Take the spent pulp and form it into a tight package. Again, watch my folding technique where I fold this under 2, 3, 4, 5 times, as many times as I can. Now as you can see, I have 3 double packets of already pressed pulp, and I'm going to press it again after repackaging it to show you how I can get over 10% more juice. And another important thing is the juice from your last press is your most precious and has your most valuable nutrients. I'm going to use a measuring beaker to capture the juice. So the first 2 cloths go in the press, right in the center. Very, very important to be in the center. All the way back, back it off as soon as I get juice flow. Back it off a little bit. You don't want this to go up too fast. Then it's a little bit more, and then all the way. Back that off just a tiny bit, and then advance it all the way. Well, there we have 18 ounces of juice, and I could get more, but this is going to overflow, so I'm going to stop it, pour this into my collection bowl, and fill more bottles with juice. Well, my friends, as you can see, I have 5, 10, 14 bottles of juice, and enough for a taste test. And remember, more than one of these bottles, about 1 1/3, was from repressing the already spent pulp using the Whole Health Foundation Premium Model Juicer. And I want to remind you that the juice you get from the last 10% of any pressing has the most valuable nutrients. So if you're on a healing program or rejuvenation program, you definitely want that last 10%. So let's do a taste test. Well, my friends, there we have another batch of juice, 14 bottles, plus enough for a taste test. Mostly red Swiss chard, a little bit of dandelion. Let's give it a taste. It tastes very good. Well, I hope you like what you've seen. If you do, please tell a friend. If you'd like to telephone me, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. I'll see you in the next video.